Hi friends, I am Nilesh and today we are going to study the chapter Representation of Democracy. In this chapter, we will study about the government and all about it. Democracy. What is this? Democracy, it is a form of government in a country where the people have the power to elect their representatives. Representatives are people who rule on behalf of the people in a country, in a constituency. And the elected candidates, that are candidates who were elected by the people, they work for the welfare of the people. In a democracy, every citizen of the country enjoys equal rights, irrespective of whatever their caste is, creed is, religion is, gender is, place of birth, education, or economic status. They always need to enjoy equal rights. In the Indian democracy is the largest democracy in the world. Institutional representation of democracy includes universal adult franchise, elections and political parties, and the last is coalition government. Universal adult franchise. Franchise. It is a term that means the right to vote given to a citizen of a country by the government. Universal adult franchise. This term means that all the adults who have attained the age of 18 and above have the right to vote irrespective of whatever their caste, creed, religion, gender, place of birth, education or economic status is. In some countries like the USA and Britain, women were denied the right to vote in the past. This is an image of the women suffrage that was a protest. In South Africa and America, non-whites were not allowed to vote in the past. Here, the non-whites are protesting for their freedom of voting. Elections and political parties. Election. It is a process by which the citizens of any democratic country like India choose their representatives or their rulers. Elections take place periodically in all democratic countries. For example, in India, it takes place in every 5 years. The election process is supervised and conducted by an independent body called the Election Commission. The Election Commission of India was established on 25th January 1950. This is the date on which the Election Commission of India came into being. It has the power of superintendence, direction and control of all the elections in India, from the parliamentary elections to the state legislature elections. So they can control all elections. They can cancel them. They can control whatever they want. The three levels of elections are the Lok Sabha elections, legislative assemblies, and the panchayat in villages and municipal councillors in cities. The general election, by-election, and midterm election. These are three different types of elections. General election. In India, elections are held once in 5 years. This is the normal election that takes place once every 5 years. This is called general election. By-election. This is a kind of election when someone from member of parliament or state legislature, they either die or resign from the party, then elections are held in his or her constituency, the place where they get to rule, before the completion of 5 years. This is called by-election. Midterm election. It is an election if for certain reasons the Prime Minister tells or advises the President of any country to replace the Lok Sabha by another group of people, so that, or a state assembly, that will be held as an election before 5 years. This is called a midterm election. Election process. Firstly, the chief election commissioner, he is the chief of the Election Commission of India, he announces the dates for the elections. Then the political parties like the national and regional parties choose their candidates or representatives who will file the nomination papers. It is a kind of form which they need to fill to enter into a election. Independent candidates. There are independent candidates who do not belong to political parties. They also file their nomination papers. Then the nomination papers go through the scrutiny stage. The scrutiny stage means that it is a stage where the election commission checks that the information is accurate. Then after that the scrutiny stage is done, then the candidates are given a date for withdrawing their names in case any candidate does not want to take part in the election anymore, so they can withdraw a name before a given date. After that date is finished, campaigning begins. Campaigning is the process, it is also known as manifesto, by which a political parties, their representatives and other candidates, independent candidates and the candidates of the political parties, they put banners and tell the common citizens and people about their views and what they are going to do. Campaigning and manifesto stops 48 hours before polling date. That's because in 2 days time the voters can see what kind of views they have and they can decide to whom they have to vote. On the election date, the voters cast their vote in places of government. Nowadays, the electronic voting machines like EVMs are used to record votes. Once the polling is over, these machines are opened and the votes secured by each candidate are counted. The candidate who secures the highest number of votes is elected. This is the logo of the Election Commission of India. EVM, the full form is electronic voting machine. This is an image of the electronic voting machine. This is a machine that is nowadays used for voting purposes. A candidate name slip along with the party symbol is present in it. This slip is a candidate name along with party symbol, and the voter can cast the votes as they wish by pressing these blue buttons. This way voting is done. Coalition government. Combining to form the majority, the party combine. Introduction to coalition government. Once the elections are over, the counting of votes is done. If no political party gets enough votes to form the government, two or more parties can become allies and form the coalition government. That is because if in case any government, any party does not get majority, they can form a group which is called a coalition government with one or two more parties and form the government. This is called the coalition government. Example of coalition government that occurred in India are BJP NDA. The Prime Minister was Morarji Desai, and in next it went from 1977 to 1979. Then next was BJP NDA. The Prime Minister was Atal Bihari Vajpayee from 1999 to 2004. Then the next was INC, NCP, RJD, RLD and 10 other parties. The Prime Minister was Manmohan Singh. This government was there for 2 terms, that was from 2004 to 2009 and from 2009 to 2014. Some countries other than India that tend to have coalition governments are Germany. The first coalition government was on 1st December 1996, and in Italy the first coalition government was on 1 June 2018. In Turkey the first coalition government was on 20th November 1961, and in Israel the first coalition government was on 8th March 1949, and the last in India, it went on from 24th March to 1997. Difference between coalition government and majority government. This type of government, that is coalition government, has a multi-party government. It can be two parties, three parties, four parties, and it depends upon how many parties are there in a country. In majority government, it has only one party because only one party can have a majority. In a coalition government, it occurs when there is no majority. But in a majority government, it occurs when there is only a single majority. For example, in majority government, you can see party A has the most majority, so a party forms the government. And here in party A, B, C have equal votes, so they can, any two parties, for example A and B, can do a coalition meeting and can form a government. So here party A and party B have formed a coalition government and have gathered for a meeting. So this is the party A leader, this is the leader of party B, and these are the members of party A and B. So now the formation of coalition government. So here the party A leader says that we would like to observe others' views, then we will decide. Anybody who agrees to others' views may say so. So here they are suggesting ideas. So here the first one is we need to repair the street lights to improve the people's safety. Yes, in India the crime rates are increasing. I think bright street lights will make people more alert. This was one of the ideas that matched. I think the most important to now is to hire contractors and repair the manholes. This was another member's comment, and the other member says that yes, we must repair the manholes as the monsoons are coming. So we must improve the welfare association for people. There are people who are not getting enough rations from the market, and here many people go hungry every day. We must improve the WAP. So this also one, it has matched. So here in this case the last member says that in this case I think that we can form a government because our views are similar. So you can see that here the views are similar, so they can form a government. So after some days, party A and B formed a coalition government. Next, national parties and regional parties. National parties, regional parties. National parties. It implies to a political party that extends over the entire nation in terms of area of influence. Like any party in India that rules over the whole of India, its influence is under the whole India. That is national parties. It has a permanent symbol that cannot be replaced. It must secure at least 6% of the total votes in the Lok Sabha election, that is for the election of the topmost area. It, the assembly elections in 4 states or win at least 4 seats in the Lok Sabha. This is the criteria for forming a government that has the area of influence over the entire nation. Its aim is to resolve any national and international issues. Regional parties, they refer to a political party which has its base in a region and limited to objectives. Means there are some parties which they rule in only 1, 2, 3 or states, very less. They don't usually come in the entire nation ruling area. Its symbol can be changed. It is not permanent, it is temporary. They can be changed and repeated in any state. There is also a criteria that is to secure at least 6% of the total votes in an election to the legislative assembly of a state and win at least 2 seats in the state assembly. And their aim is to promote regional interest. Next, the party systems, that are single party system, bi-party system, and the multi-party system. In single party system, only some countries only one party is there and forms the government. In a bi-party system, there is a two-party system or a bi-party system. In a multi-party system, that is in a country, many political parties exist. Like for example, in India, there are more than three. In China, for example, there is only one party that contests the elections and forms the government. It is the Chinese Communist Party and the eight parties allied to it. The bi-party system, it has some advantages that are it makes it simpler for the voter to choose. And one of the two parties is voted to power by a clear majority. So there is no possibility of a coalition government. For example, in the USA, the two parties that contest the elections are Republicans and the Democrats. In multi-party system in India, it has multi-party system and elections are contested by several national and regional parties. Thanks for watching. Like to my video and subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends so that they can also learn. Thank you.